Fish with Stampin' Pretty. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I wanted to share with you today one of my Quick and Pretty cards. And a Quick and Pretty card essentially is something that you can do quickly, easily, and the supplies that you need are very affordable. And they're very adaptable to supplies that I may not use today, but you might have on hand. So I'm going to make this fun card. You can see how I've bumped this white layer up on Stampin Dimensionals, and I've used a couple butterfly punches to give it some wow factor. So let's get started. One of the things I love, especially for beginners, but I use them regularly, are the Stampin' Up! Whisper White note cards. They come pre-cut. They are already scored for you. You can either use your finger or you can use a bone folder to set the score. And they also come with Whisper White envelopes. Everything coordinates. Again, this will go through the U.S. mail. It's a great size, and again, quick and simple. And I believe you get 20 note cards and 20 envelopes for $5.95, so it's a really great value. Next, I cut a piece of Whisper White cardstock to 4.5 by 3. I have pre-stamped it. It's a little tricky stamping in front of the video because I'm at a funny angle. So I pre-stamped it with a stamp from the Petite Pears stamp set. And then I'm going to use our butterfly punch, which is gorgeous. And I'm going to go in on an angle, and I am going to punch out the butterfly. You can certainly save that for a rainy day. And then I'm going to grab my Stampin Pierce Mat from Stampin' Up! It really makes paper piercing easier. And then this is the one of the templates from the Occasions Paper Piercing Pack. And it has this butterfly just perfect. You just line up. There's so many cool shapes. And paper piercing is one of my favorite things to do because it's simple and it's a wow factor. And this makes the whole process easy to have an impressive result. And as you can see from some of the other shapes on here, many of them coordinate with Stampin' Up! Punches, which I love. So this is the Occasions Paper Piercing Pack. There are 3 in the pack, and this one was released in the spring catalog. I'm certainly hoping that it will be held over for in the future and won't retire. So isn't that just a really neat effect? How simple. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to layer a piece of Designer Series paper. You don't need, this is from Polka Dot Parade, and I used a piece of the orange polka dot from Polka Dot Parade on this card. But you can really use any small print you want for this. That's how simple the process is. So I'm going to just add, I'll set this aside. I'm going to add some of the, some snail. Doesn't even have to be perfect because it's going to be layered underneath. And I'm just sort of eyeballing it here. It will be fine by the time I'm done. Just there we go. So that's on there, and so that's good. Then the next step is I'm going to use Stampin' Dimensionals because I want the butterfly punched out area to look like it's floating. I think it's a really cool effect. And if you think, oh, she uses a lot of dimensionals, you are right. They are an incredible value, and I do use a lot of dimensionals because I think if you go too light on the dimensionals, you don't get the, sometimes it can be a little sway-backed in the middle, and I want it to look consistently strong. You'll note how I'm using my thumb just to punch up one side. It just makes life a little easier to get those hexagons off of there. Of course, the last one's going to misbehave. Okay, so here's the card, and now I am coming in close. You can hear me, my voice getting louder because I'm lining it up so I have equal distances all the way around. There you go. Isn't that just, that's adorable right there. And honestly, you could just go ahead and put a nice button here if you wanted to, or one of our large basic jewels, pearls or rhinestones. You would be done. But I'm going to juice it up just a tad more using one more neat new item. This is the new Bitty Butterfly Punch. And I'm going to grab my pad again and one of these rich raspberry brads from the Brights collection. And I just realized, ideally, you're going to want to have a mini glue dot. But I'm just going to use this because I didn't grab my mini glue dots. And I don't want to say, hey, hang on, everybody. So I'm going to just sort of make do. I'll probably get a mini glue dot afterwards and put it on there instead. But just to show you how easy this is to assemble. Isn't that just absolutely sweet? I'm going to bend up the wings a little bit so we get a little fun. So thank you for joining me for my quick and pretty card. This is Mary Fish. I have more information on my blog, details about these cards, as well as over 100 video tutorials. So thank you for joining me today. Bye-bye.